There have been 46 presidents to date, and each one has their own unique background and achievements. Here is a brief summary of each president. George Washington, 1789 to 1797, led the Continental Army to victory in the Revolutionary War and served as the first president of the United States. John Adams, 1797 to 1801, a founding father and the first vice president under George Washington. He served as the second president of the United States. Thomas Jefferson, 1801 to 1809, a founding father, author of the Declaration of Independence, and the third president of the United States. James Madison, 1809 to 1817, a founding father, author of the Constitution, and the fourth president of the United States. James Monroe, 1817 to 1825, a founding father, who served as the fifth president of the United States and was responsible for the Monroe Doctrine. John Quincy Adams, 1825 to 1829, son of John Adams and the sixth president of the United States. Andrew Jackson, 1829 to 1837, a general in the War of 1812, he was the seventh president of the United States. Martin Van Buren, 1837 to 1841, the eighth president of the United States and the first president born after the American Revolution. William Henry Harrison, 1841, the ninth president of the United States, he served only 32 days before dying of pneumonia. John Tyler, 1841 to 1845, became the 10th president of the United States after William Henry Harrison's death. James K. Polk, 1845 to 1849, the 11th president of the United States, he oversaw the Mexican-American War and the annexation of Texas. Zachary Taylor, 1849 to 1850, the 12th president of the United States, he served only 16 months before dying in office. Millard Fillmore, 1850 to 1853, became the 13th president of the United States after Zachary Taylor's death. Franklin Pierce, 1853 to 1857, the 14th president of the United States, he oversaw the Gadsden Purchase and the Kansas-Nebraska Act. James Buchanan, 1857 to 1861, the 15th president of the United States, he was in office during the secession crisis that led to the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln, 1861 to 1865, the 16th president of the United States, he led the country through the Civil War and issued the Emancipation Proclamation. Andrew Johnson, 1865 to 1869, became the 17th president of the United States after Abraham Lincoln's assassination. Ulysses S. Grant, 1869 to 1877, a general in the Civil War, he was the 18th president of the United States and oversaw Reconstruction. Rutherford B. Hayes, 1877 to 1881, the 19th president of the United States, he was known for his efforts to reform civil service and end Reconstruction. James A. Garfield, 1881, the 20th president of the United States, he served only 200 days before being assassinated. Chester A. Arthur, 1881 to 1885, became the 21st president of the United States after James Garfield's assassination. Grover Cleveland, 1885 to 1889, the 22nd president of the United States, he served 2 non-consecutive terms and was the only president to do so. Benjamin Harrison, 1889 to 1893, the 23rd president of the United States, he signed the Sherman Antitrust Act and oversaw the opening of Oklahoma Territory. Grover Cleveland, 1893 to 1897, became the 24th president of the United States after Benjamin Harrison's term. William McKinley, 1897 to 1901, the 25th president of the United States, he oversaw the Spanish-American War and was assassinated in his second term. Theodore Roosevelt, 1901 to 1909, the 26th president of the United States, he was known for his progressive reforms and environmental conservation efforts. William Howard Taft, 1909 to 1913, the 27th president of the United States, he was also the 10th Chief Justice of the United States. Woodrow Wilson, 1913 to 1921, the 28th president of the United States, he led the country through World War I and was responsible for the League of Nations. Warren G. Harding, 1921 to 1923, the 29th president of the United States, He oversaw the Teapot Dome scandal and died in office. Calvin Coolidge, 1923 to 1929, became the 30th President of the United States after Warren Harding's death. He is known for his advocacy of laissez-faire policies. Herbert Hoover, 1929 to 1933, the 31st President of the United States. He was in office during the start of the Great Depression. Franklin D. Roosevelt, 1933 to 1945, the 32nd President of the United States. He led the country through the Great Depression and World War II. Harry S. Truman, 1945 to 1953, became the 33rd President of the United States after Franklin Roosevelt's death. He oversaw the end of World War II and the start of the Cold War. Dwight D. Eisenhower, 1953 to 1961, a general in World War II. He was the 34th President of the United States and oversaw the desegregation of schools. John F. Kennedy, 1961 to 1963, the 35th President of the United States. He was assassinated during his term in office. Lyndon B. Johnson, 1963 to 1969, became the 36th President of the United States after John Kennedy's assassination. He oversaw the Civil Rights Act and the start of the Vietnam War. Richard Nixon, 1969 to 1974, the 37th President of the United States. He oversaw the end of the Vietnam War and was involved in the Watergate scandal. Gerald Ford, 1974 to 1977, became the 38th President of the United States after Richard Nixon's resignation. Jimmy Carter, 1977 to 1981, the 39th President of the United States. He oversaw the Camp David Accords and the Iran hostage crisis. Ronald Reagan, 1981 to 1989, the 40th President of the United States. He is known for his conservative policies and efforts to end the Cold War. George H. W. Bush, 1989 to 1993, the 41st President of the United States. He oversaw the Gulf War and signed the Americans with Disabilities Act. Bill Clinton, 1993 to 2001, the 42nd President of the United States. He oversaw the end of the Cold War and the start of the Internet age. George W. Bush, 2001 to 2009, the 43rd President of the United States. He led the country through the 9/11 attacks and the subsequent War on Terror. Barack Obama, 2009 to 2017, the 44th President of the United States. He was the first African American to hold the office and oversaw the Affordable Care Act. Donald Trump, 2017 to 2021, the 45th President of the United States. He was known for his controversial policies and divisive rhetoric. Joe Biden, 2021 present, the current President of the United States. He served as Vice President under Barack Obama and is focused on tackling issues such as the COVID-19 pandemic and climate change. Each President of the United States has left their mark on history in their own unique way. From the Founding Fathers who established the country to the modern leaders who are shaping the world today, each president has contributed to the story of the United States. Please like, subscribe and share. Thank you for watching.